A man wakes up, he eats breakfast, he brushes his teeth afterwards, he walks down the street, he takes a train, he takes off his jacket in the train, he gets off the train after 4 stations and walks to the platform below the platform that the train he was on stopped at. It says that his train will arrive in 4 minutes. He waits 4 minutes. The announcer announces from the speakers that there is another train coming 2 minutes after this train, and that they would appreciate if some of the passengers waited for the second train, because otherwise the first train will have the delays. Everyone gets on the first train. The man places himself at the back of the line of people getting on the train so that he will be close to the door of the train when he wants to exit. He gets off the train and takes a bus that goes towards the center of the city. He steps off the bus in front of the university. He goes to class. The teacher says that before Sigmund Freud, humans considered themselves rational beings, and that now we know that it is much more complicated than that. The man thinks that what Sigmund Freud has to say is probably true, but that there is no use in it. In the next class, the teacher says that 2 + 2 is always 4, and that is the not so exciting but true magic of mathematics. The man thinks about times when he has heard people talk about art only manifesting itself when the 2 + 2 rule does not apply. That is to say, when the whole is more than the sum of the parts. This thinks that is a bad way of saying it, since the sum of the parts does not have to be more than what they are to be appreciated. In the next class, the teacher says that he would like to keep the class as a forum for discussion where he serves as a moderator rather than a teacher, and that there is really nothing he could teach them about any subject, because philosophy is something that each person has to teach themselves. Someone asks why there is a class if there is nothing to be learned. The teacher says that there are 2 possible answers to the question, one of which would be that it is important to maintain the tradition of philosophy even if it is in an awkward guise of teacher and student relationships, and the other being that even if one has to learn alone, it is possible to learn by oneself in a group of other people. One student agrees with the teacher by saying that no man is an island. The man knows that the student is quoting from the movie About a Boy. The teacher seems to think that the student is misunderstanding him, but ignores the correcting him in order not to embarrass the student.